you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. You know, one of the biggest questions, biggest complaints, biggest concerns about relationships is seen in advice columns coast to coast. Whether it be the old line advice columnists like Dear Abby, whether it be the various dating websites or mainstream websites that have developed relationship columns, you see this question, and it's an age-old concern. And here it is. I know he loves me, but he just won't tell me. He won't say the L word. He just won't say it, and I don't know what to do to get him to say he loves me. Why won't he say he loves me? You see this complaint all the time. This question. This concern. And I have got the answer for you, ladies, and you're not going to like it, but not only have I got the answer for you, but I think the men who are refusing to say I love you, either because they don't love the other person or because they are putting themselves into a good bargaining position, is doing it, whether he knows it or not, for a good reason. There's nothing in it for you, men, to admit that you love a woman. Nothing. In fact, I think telling a woman you love her has the opposite effect. When you are first in a relationship, or the minute you say the L word is the minute that women feel they've got the license to nag, harangue, investigate, snoop, and just plain order you around. As romantic as it all sounds, boys, to say I love you, and I've talked to you morons before, the bottom line is, once you say I love you, you have given her license to do all kinds of things she did not have license to do before. Other things that she does when you say I love you includes, just go down the list, chunking up, cutting her hair short, and refusing to provide the sexual services she gave you in the beginning. Because once you say I love you, she feels she's got an anchor around your neck. There are good reasons to not say you love somebody. In fact, the best position to be in is to have somebody telling you they love you, love you, love you, love you, and for you to just be nonchalant about the whole thing. By the way, the more nonchalant you are about the whole thing, the more they love you. The more you could do without them, the more they need you. The more you tell them you love them, they're beautiful, they're wonderful, the more they stomp on you with stiletto heels. If you are in a dating relationship where you are not married, you are not living together, and you have not said you love somebody, my advice to you is delay saying that for as long as you possibly can. No matter how stupid you get, don't say it. Hold out. Don't say, I love you. The more you hold out, boys, it has the exact opposite effect of what you expect. The more you hold out, the more she needs you. The more she will do for you. The more she will beg you and plead with you to pay more attention to her. The more she will, my God, put out, do kinky, freaky stuff. Do whatever she can to close the deal. Don't let her close the deal. Put her in that position of need and don't let her out of it. Nothing better than getting her to say she loves you and for you to not respond in kind. It puts you in the driver's seat. It puts you in the power position. She loves you, and you could do without her. Perfect. What's better than that? There are women listening to this show right now dating a guy. Oh, why won't he say how he feels? Boys, resist the temptation. Even if you feel it, don't say it. When you say it, you've given up all control. There are 2 steps to losing all control, boys, in a relationship. 1, saying I love you. 2, signing a contract agreeing to marry said individual. Those 2 steps are the end of your freedom. They are the end of sexual services. They are the end of her being 105 pounds. It's the end of all that is good. These are 2 things you want to put off as long as you possibly can. You know what? These days we're living longer. The average lifespan is about 81 years old. There's no rush to be in love. There's no rush to get married. There's no rush to do anything. Humping and pumping and hopefully dumping. That's exactly where you want to be at. You don't want to be taking any one of these cows when you can get the milk for free. And believe me, the milk is everywhere. It's in bottles. It's in boxes. It's 1%, 2% skim. It's buttermilk. It's sour cream. It's whipping cream. I mean, it's everywhere. Why would you want to lock yourself down with any one? But even if you have one favorite buddy, one you like to nail more often than the others, don't let on. Don't tell her you love her. As much as that sounds like a movie script, like a romantic comedy, as much as that sounds like what she wants to hear, believe me, she wants to hear it because she wants to be freed from the burden of providing, oral sex, the burden of looking good, the burden of being slim, the burden of having to do the things you like doing, like watching sports or hanging out with your buddies or going out drinking or smoking weed or whatever it is she absolutely objects to, but never says a word about it. Your license to get away with everything, your license to get her at her best is because she's bargaining for love. Don't tell her you love her. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Your listeners are like the stupidest people I've ever heard in my life.
Well, by the way, attention advertisers, you too can reach this prime demographic.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Amanda on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. I was just calling. I'm a first-time caller, actually. I've been listening to you for a while, though, because my boyfriend is pretty much obsessed with you. So he got me hooked. I was just calling about the topic today. Actually, I definitely disagree with you. I think that guys end up telling girls that they love them in order to get sex favors and...
Right, and they're doing the exact opposite of what they should do.
Why is that, though?
Because you get a lot more by being unavailable than by being available.
I disagree, because once my boyfriend told me that he loves me, then I was down to do any kinky, anything he wanted to do.
Well, again, just because that's true about you doesn't mean that isn't the rule.
But that's true with probably 99% of the women out there. They're not going to want to do anything.
I don't know how many women you've dated, but I've dated a lot, and the more I have avoided saying I love you, the better off I've been.
I don't know what kind of women you've dated then, because a lot of the girls that I know would definitely do more for men if they know that they actually care for them than if they're just another...
Look, I'm not trying to get women to do my laundry, okay?
You're trying to have sex with them, right?
Yeah, but believe me, you get more sex by not telling a woman she's beautiful and not telling you love her. By the way, most guys who say I love you have already had sex with you.
That's true sometimes.
Most of the time.
I don't think so, because
first we test drive the vehicle before we buy.
In most cases, don't guys tell you that they love you just to get into your pants?
Only when they're 15, dear.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of my friends have dealt with that. And
If I have to get to the point of telling you I love you to have sex with you, you're TMW. You know what you know what TMW is, right?
No, I don't.
Too much work.
Oh, Tom, I think you're hilarious. You actually make me laugh a lot.
I know, except it's true.
I disagree with you on this one, though.
Well, you don't have to, dear. You just happen to. But believe me, dear, when you've dated more women, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
I just understand women, and I know that they would definitely be down to do a lot more for guys if they...
Well, they believe that that's true.
Right.
But the reality is that they do more when they're trying to suck us into a relationship.
More as in what? What are you talking about more?
Well, women will do more for us in the name of trying to get us to sign on the dotted line. I mean, how many men out there are married who remember that before they were ever married or before they were ever in a serious relationship, they were getting oral sex, the woman was 50 pounds lighter, her hair was shorter. Look around the supermarket, sweetheart. You walk right into Food for Less, take a look around at some of the examples I'm talking about.
Okay.
Those chunky monkeys walking around the store with their little rugrats. You know what I'm talking about.
Your opinion.
These are all women who were told, I love you, and that was licensed to give up.
No, because I think actually after a guy tells a woman that they love her, their relationship actually...
Well, why don't women get better looking after they get married?
Because they're comfortable with their...
That's my point. You can't let them get comfortable. Saying I love you makes a woman feel secure. You can't let her feel secure. You just made my point for me. All those women in the supermarket are feeling really secure, and that's why they're 180 pounds, and they look like crap.
Isn't that why you marry them anyway, because you love them?
No, we marry them because we're stupid.
Because you're stupid.
Because we're stupid.
Oh, my God.
You have to look realistically at this. When you look back, when did a woman look her best? When was she the freakiest? When was she the most open to do things? It's before you started making commitments, before you ever discussed how much money you're going to spend, or who leaves the lights on, and why the electric bill is so high, and all the other crap that people get into.
I guess you're right there, Tom.
The best sex you ever had was with guys you hardly got to know. Really hot guys you only spent a little bit of time with because they treated you like crap.
Me and my boyfriend had amazing sex, and that was after he told me that he loved me.
Yeah, well, hang on a second here. Ed, what do you want to say to Amanda?
Amanda, you're nuts. There's no way in the world that any man's going to say, I love you without testing the goods. If the goods are no good, there's nothing else.
I don't agree.
By the way, Amanda is 19 and has a boyfriend, so you can see that she's an exception to the rule anyway. And I always say the exception, so what?
There's no woman out there that is an exception to the rule. None whatsoever. If it is no good, there is no love. No love, no good.
I am an exception because I didn't have sex with him until he said he loved me.
Did your husband tell you that he loved you before you gave it up the first time?
Well, of course not.
But then how can you say that a man has to say, I love you to get it? You're absolutely outrageously wrong.
I'm not saying that he has to say that he loves you to get it, but I'm saying once he says that he loves you, you're going to be down to do a lot more stuff than you would be if
a woman ain't down to get dirty and nastier without I love you, then she needs to go find some good little Christian boy that's
not going to feel comfortable enough to get down and dirty with you until she knows that you actually have true feelings and she's just not another girl.
You don't get true feelings until there's for children. Forget that. Get some nookie. There is no such thing as love. It's straight up. Let's get nasty, let's get dirty, and you're out of it.
Obviously, you haven't been lucky enough to find someone then.
I didn't tell my old lady I loved her for 5 years. She got down and got dirty months, years before I even told her I loved her.
By the way, Ed, when was it the best?
When was it the best?
Yeah.
Before I said I love you.
Before you said I love you. That's how most guys are going to feel.
After I said I love you, no more oral, maybe once every couple months. It went from every other day to every couple months. No more dieting, no more gym, no more nothing.
How much does she weigh now, Ed? How much does she weigh now?
200.
200.
Out at 130.
She gained 70 pounds, Amanda.
I'm still the same exact weight that I was when I met him.
I love you means chunk up, sweetheart. Go right ahead. Feel secure. You don't want women feeling secure. You want them insecure. The women in the gym are not married, satisfied women. They are divorced women, separated women, women who are still unmarried at 35, women who call themselves single women. Those are the women in the gym. Happy, contented women, they are there in the Betty Crocker section of the supermarket learning how to chunk up a little more. They're there with the Pillsbury Doughboy. But the men aren't happy. They have to look at that naked, and that's my point.
But the men still have sex with it. That's my point.
They're not getting as much as they were getting, and when they do, they're not aroused looking at those Michelin Man rolls with the sweat in between them.
I don't know. I don't know where you guys find these women then, because
that's most of what's out there. God bless America. That's what you have.
It's not, though. It's not.
Every man out there will agree with me on this. With the occasional exception of some pussy-whipped individual who's too much of a pussy to admit it. Thank you, guys. Amanda, Ed, 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Frank on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Oh, okay, Frank.
Well, here's the situation. Dated a chick about a year ago. Everything started out great, blonde hair, she's got like 34C, great ass, all that stuff. Hardcore listener of Tom Leykis Show, trying to do the right thing and, push off the don't want to use the L word. And, she got me about 7 months later. He started freaking out. Why don't you say you love me? I love you, blah, blah, blah. The sex was great. I gave in. I made the mistake, gave in. It was all downhill from there. She tried telling me who I can hang out with. The sex went downhill, didn't have sex as much, et cetera, et cetera. So did what I had to do. About a week before her birthday, I was, done putting money into the relationship, and boom, kicked her to the curb.
There we go. And was she surprised?
She sort of was and wasn't. I kind of started hinting at it. I started being more cranky around her, started pushing her away from me. And, she was kind of surprised. The typical woman thing to, bawl and do all that crap, when you break up with him. But she had it coming.
Yeah.
She should know better.
That's right. And Frank, at 22, you shouldn't be getting serious with anyone anyway.
Damn, Skippy.
You betcha. Frank, thank you. Appreciate the call. Andrew on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Andrew.
I'm a long-time listener. I'm a first-time caller.
Thank you.
I want to tell you I love the show. Your words of wisdom have gotten me more tail in my life than I could ever imagine. So thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a question for you, though. As I'm getting older, when a girl tells me that she loves me, what do I do when she tells me she loves me and I sit there with a dumbfounded look on my face? How do I react to that situation?
Well, do you want to continue the relationship, or is this just a booty call we're talking about?
99% of the time, it's just a booty call.
Time to move on.
Time to move along?
Time to move along, yes.
So cut my losses and run.
That's right. That's the time to go.
Even if I want to keep them in the rotation?
Well, if you want to keep her in the rotation, here's what I would do. Just tell her nothing and keep going until she makes an ultimatum, and then go.
All right. That makes sense.
Then that's it. Done.
All right.
And be sure to use a condom.
Oh, of course.
Be sure 100% of the time.
Oh,
because sometimes when a woman says, I love you, if she doesn't get a response, she'll try to get one through your sperm.
I see. As I'm getting older, though, I find that more and more women are telling me that they love me, and I'm not in any position to fall in love with someone at this point in my life.
Because they're looking for serious relationships. They're looking to settle down.
And I know that I'm not ready for that. I'm not even looking for a serious relationship until I hit at least 25.
Right. That's correct. So when they say, I love you, wait for the ultimatum and then bolt.
All right. I guess I'll have to try that out and see what happens.
Give it a shot, pal.
I will. Take me out with a bong here, Tom.
Here you go, Andrew. Tina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tina.
I just want to tell you that I disagree with these women that call in and tell you that, you're a pig or whatever. I am very educated. I have a doctorate degree, and I'm also a hot chick. I'm a 28. I'm 28 years old. I weigh 115 pounds at max. I've been in a relationship for 3 years, and, I just wanted to tell them that it does get harder, and these women that think that, they're going to be comfortable, and after he says, I love you, that they can let themselves go, they're delusional. That's not reality, because, I agree with your car theory that when you buy a car, and you drive it and it gets older, you're going to need a lot more maintenance on it, so you better get your ass to the gym.
That's right. And as I said before, and I think this is the proof, why don't women get better and better looking the happier they are, or the more you tell them you love them? Why is it they look worse and worse?
Actually, I don't understand that. I mean, I talk about your show to my coworkers who all have, high educations, a doctorate and above, and they're all like, well, he's just a pig. But, I totally agree with you. But the same people that are calling you a pig are the ones, like you said, are in the Betty Crocker aisles, with their divorced tails.
And then that one caller was admitting, she was saying, well, these women they're contented. They're contented. It's like, well, then you're proving my point.
Right.
You looked best when you were 108 pounds and you were at the gym 5 days a week because you were scared to death you wouldn't find anybody. Then once you're contented, you chop your hair off, you go to the Betty Crocker aisle, and it's all over. And then when you get divorced, where do you go? Back to the gym.
That's right. And whoever thinks that they're going to, get better with age because, he just loves me and, he puts a ring in my finger and, we share 3 children. Well, a man is going to be a man until, he's 80. And then even at 80, now they have Viagra. I'm a doctor. I prescribe Viagra all the time. So in order, you have to maintain yourself.
Yep, you are right about that, dear. Thank you for the call.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Oh, but I think tequila things happen.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show from Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. We are reminding the boys out there, don't say I love you. Don't say it. Certainly don't say it until you absolutely have to. The minute you say it, all hell breaks loose. Fernando on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Fernando.
How you doing, man?
Pretty damn good.
Right on. Hey, you're absolutely right. Oh, excuse my language. Absolutely right, man. This is, you hit it right on the nail. My wife, 130 pounds. Now she weighs as much as me, about 200. And, I tell you, I should never said I loved her, man.
And was that before you married her?
Yeah, that was before I married her, man.
All right. And did she start to chunk up right after that, or what?
Yeah, little by little, man. First year about height, and the second year a little bit. Now she's just weighs as much as me, man.
Now wait, so the chunking up began after you got married?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And so now you've got a kid or something, so now it's even harder to get away, right?
No, that's the one mistake I never did. I never had kids, man.
Well, have you told her, look, you lose this weight or I'm out of here?
Yeah, she gets all mad and stuff.
Yeah, well, tough luck.
Yeah, I know. It's like, if you love me back, why don't you just lose the weight, right?
That's right, because she looked good for all the other guys who nailed her before you.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Then that was it.
Right. Now she got her,
This is one thing. I've said this to more than one woman I've been with. I have said, hey, I'm always hearing about how hot you looked way back when, and these tiny little outfits you used to wear way back when, and those little bikinis you used to wear way back when. You know what? If I'm not good enough to get what those guys got, then why should I be sentenced to life with you?
Right.
Why can't I have what the other guys got?
Right. So I don't know, man, but you know.
Well, why do you stay? Why do you stay? That becomes the question here, Fernando.
You know why? I think it's because you get comfortable. You know, it's just like you said, it's there. You know?
Yeah, but you're only 28. You know what? You could easily find somebody else. I'll bet you make more money now than you did when you met her. I'll bet you got a better job.
Yeah, I'm about at $100,000 a year.
$100,000 a year? You could do better than that, Fernando.
Yeah, no, I'm almost there, man.
Do you know how many hot chicks would like to be with a guy with a six-figure salary?
No, I don't know, man.
Well, let me tell you, a lot.
Really?
And if only you knew how many want to be with a guy with a seven-figure salary, it would blow your mind.
Yeah, well, you know, one of these days, hopefully I can meet you when you're coming to L.A., you know?
Yeah, that's if, that's Mommy will let you out of the house.
You know, that's one thing, she knows that, don't go there, you know, because, I kind of like, I'll snap and I'll just do what I'm going to do anyways, you know?
Uh-huh. Well, for her, the more you're out of the house, the less she has to put out.
Yeah, it's true.
And she puts out less, too, right? She puts out.
You know, so.
Does she put out less now?
Well, you know, I only see her once a weekend. So.
You only see her once a week, and how much weight has she gained since you said I love you?
About 70, 80 pounds.
70, 80 pounds. Yeah, I mean, why would you want to get comfortable like that? It's only going to be another 70 pounds here, Fernando, and pretty soon she'll be 220, 230.
I know, I'm already looking at Michelin, man.
Uh-huh.
So don't even get cankles, because that's it.
Uh-huh. That's right.
So,
that's exactly.
Anyways, I just wanted to say, you know what, you're right on the nail, and we got to get going, man. I'm going to lose you in going on the field.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thank you so much for that, Marcus on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Great.
I was just calling to agree with you completely 100% on women. Once you say I love you, it's over.
That's exactly right.
Comfortable.
You have lost all bargaining power. And, you've lost most of it. The last shred of bargaining power is when you agree to get married to her.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always try to find a girl that was pretty thin and would probably look good later on in life.
Uh-huh.
But it just doesn't happen like that. They get too comfortable. You provide for them too much. They get too secure in their situation. And my girl went from, 115 to 170.
And so what'd you tell her?
You know, it doesn't bug me too much. If she starts getting up into the 200s, then it's going to start bugging me.
Well, Marcus, that's where she's going.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Huh?
What are you waiting for?
I'm not waiting for anything. I'm pretty happy. I still get it whenever I want.
Yeah, but look who you're getting it from.
True.
Pal, you're 28. You've been married 5 years?
Yeah.
You got married at 23?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I was in love.
No, it wasn't just that. It was we were pretty compatible. I'm pretty schooled on women.
How much does she weigh, Marcus?
160, 165.
How much do you weigh?
I've stayed 180 for the last 10 years.
So pretty soon she'll weigh more than you.
True.
And that's okay with you, huh?
No, it's not at all.
Well, that's where it's going.
What's that?
That's where it's going. By the way, wait till she decides it's time to have kids.
It's not actually up to her. It's up to me.
Oh, really? How so?
That's one of the reasons we haven't had kids. I'm afraid it'll all go to hell once we do.
But what do you mean it's up to you?
Well, I use 2 forms of birth control. I've always played it smart.
How does she feel about that?
She's totally cool with it, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't have to lose weight, she's fine with it. And why don't you issue an ultimatum yourself? Why do you tolerate this?
Well, it always comes down to ultimatums with women. If you don't give them an ultimatum, they don't do anything.
Why haven't you done it?
With weight? Well, you know.
Yes.
It could come to that sometime.
Yeah, but why does it have... 180 is where she's going. She's at 165 now. Pal. She's one Thanksgiving season or one Christmas season away.
That's hilarious.
You're laughing.
Yeah, but it's the truth. It happens to every married guy. It's not just me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen to married guy who put their feet down.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't met much more men that are much more of a man than I am.
Well, a lot of us do. We simply leave is what we do.
Well, you simply leave.
We leave, and by the way, what do they do when we leave? They go to the gym.
Yep.
Something they'll never do while they're with us.
I know, and then as soon as they get back into that comfortable relationship, boom, it all goes down.
That's right. That's why I tell you can never let a woman get comfortable.
Yeah, true.
Well, but you've done it.
I've done it, yeah.
And you're not doing anything to change it. Look at you.
But look at this. The main reason I called is the sex thing. You're totally right about that. It completely changes. The first couple of years, it's all good. You're doing whatever. You're having a great time. And then as soon as you do the I do's, and boom, it's done.
Well, why do you tolerate it?
Because we're men, and that's about all we can do is tolerate it. Unless you
you're wrong. You're wrong. Are your parents together?
No.
Why am I not surprised? Where's your father?
In Idaho.
Have you seen much of him the last couple of years?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because they're all very strict Mormons.
I see. And if they're strict Mormons, why are your parents divorced? How strict is that?
They're divorced because my dad gave up and went and cheated.
Your dad went and cheated, and why was that?
Because my mom was freaking not giving him what he needed.
There we go.
Went and cheated because not giving him what he needed.
And so what did young Marcus do? Young Marcus went out and found himself a woman who doesn't give him what he needs. Just like Dad.
Well,
And one day, Marcus, you're going to end up like your dad. You're going to go out and get what you need somewhere else.
Well, no, I won't. I'll be the first guy in my family that won't. I'll leave before I ever do that.
Pal, you know what? We pretty much as we say we're not like our parents, we don't want to be like our parents, we end up just like our parents.
You know what, though? I'm all about breaking traditions.
Oh, yeah. That's why you did what your father did. You went out and found a woman who does not give you what you need. And then you say you're satisfied with it. Just like people who are religious and who put up this big front. Oh, yes, we're very religious. We're very happy. We're very family-oriented. Oops, something fell out of my fly. Look at that. Yeah. And what, your mom thinks your dad's a jerk now, right?
Oh, yeah, she always has.
Well, you need to find out what he knows.
I'm not sure he knows very much. He didn't have many sexual experiences before he got married.
As far as he told you. And I'll bet he's learned a lot. I'll bet he's learned a lot since.
I don't think so. He got even into a worse relationship than the one he was in.
Well, Marcus, all I can say is you're heading down that same driveway.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Why can't, someone court a person anymore? It's all about getting in their pants.
It is all about getting in their pants, dear. And you know what? For men, it always has been.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, yeah. The Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Beth. Hello. Beth.
Hello?
You busy over there?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Nothing. I was just calling you on your subject.
Yes.
I believe that you putting all these ideas in the guy's head is gonna break up a relationship or two.
I hope so.
So you want women to be unhappy?
I really don't care if women are unhappy. I care about men being happy.
And you think women going to the gym, being single, and is going to make women... I just don't understand...
What is it you don't understand?
Why you want to make women unhappy and men so happy?
Men should be happy. The men are our target audience. I want to make men happy. And I know how to do it.
So you don't give a about women?
Dear, you can't use that word on the air, and I'm sure you're not surprised to hear that. Again, dear, this show is about and for and by men. So, yes, I want to make men happy. And one way for men to be happy is not to say I love you and not to agree to get married.
Oh, I'm not saying agree to get married.
Well, not to say I love you also. want to give you the license to get fat and get comfortable.
So you think by saying I love you that's going to make women get fat?
That's what it does. If you think saying I love you makes women get better looking, why don't women get better looking after they get married? Why do they get better looking as they get older?
I don't have an answer to that.
I know you don't. Well, you better think about that, dear. Look around the supermarket. You can see all the married women are. All the fatties and the fuglies and the oldies. Take a look around.
The Tom Leykis Show.